and we get to see one of the nation's most exciting and dynamic players. Iowa freshman Caitlin Clark makes her tourney debut in San Antonio today.
Look at the flow of the game. This is the speed that you see both teams play in the right.
There's nothing Caitlin Clark can't do.
Early timeout for Kentucky.
Iowa had come ready to play, but Caitlin.
Why is everyone talking about Caitlin Clark? This young basketball star has lit up the court and become a lightning rod for controversy. But is it really about her game, or is something darker fueling the fire? From heated feuds with legends to fan backlash, Caitlin Clark's story is more complicated and troubling than you might think. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the storm surrounding Caitlin Clark, a player who's more than just a basketball sensation. We'll explore why she's such a polarizing figure and how her story reveals deeper issues within sports culture. Let's get into it. Caitlin Clark's rise to fame. Caitlin Clark's journey to basketball stardom? It's been nothing short of a whirlwind. Seriously, this girl became a household name while dominating the court for the Iowa Hawkeyes, leading them to back-to-back national championship games and smashing records left and right in the NCAA. Can you believe she's the first Division I player to score over 3,800 points, dish out 1,000 assists, and grab 950 rebounds during her college career? That's wild, and don't even get me started on her insane three-point shooting. She broke Stephen Curry's record with a jaw-dropping 201 three-pointers in a single season. Talk about making history.
All of you, that hard work and dedication, and it's paid off with your playoffs, etc. And I know the best is yet to come, so congratulations.
Now let's talk about her move to the WNBA. It was pretty much a no-brainer that she'd be the #1 draft pick for the Indiana Fever. But hold on, fame comes with its share of drama. Her aggressive play style and fiery passion have sparked mixed reactions. While tons of fans love her intense vibe, some players and fans are a bit concerned about her competitiveness. It's a classic case of love it or hate it, which only spices up the narrative around her career.
Ever for a rookie in this league's history.
Continue to be me, and that's
Despite her lower rookie salary compared to NBA stars, Caitlin Clark has landed major endorsements with Nike and Gatorade, proving her marketability matches her talent. The spotlight is definitely on her. Controversial fan behavior. Caitlin Clark's rise to stardom has unfortunately come with some serious baggage. As she's gained popularity, especially during the WNBA playoffs, some fans have been accused of crossing the line, with incidents of racism and sexism coming to light. Crazy, right? This ugly behavior has mainly targeted Black players, like Angel Reese, causing a massive uproar in the basketball community. Just after games between the Indiana Fever and teams like the Connecticut Sun, players like Alyssa Thomas reported receiving racial abuse from fans. It's a major dark cloud hanging over what should be a thrilling year for women's basketball. Sue Bird, a WNBA legend, stepped in to clarify that this fan misconduct doesn't reflect true supporters of Clark. On her podcast, A Touch More, Bird explained that racism in the WNBA existed long before Clark and argued that Clark has been unfairly used as a pawn by those pushing hateful agendas. She emphasized that this toxic behavior doesn't represent the majority of fans, stressing the need to separate these harmful voices from Clark's genuine supporters. Social media backlash. The drama around Caitlin Clark on social media has been nothing short of wild. Things really escalated after WNBA legends Cheryl Swoops and Nancy Lieberman got into it over Clark's performance. It all started with Swoops throwing shade, saying that Clark was getting an unfair boost from an extra year of eligibility. But Nancy Lieberman wasn't having it. She fired back, publicly calling out Swoops for not having her facts straight. And just like that, the internet blew up. Fans quickly took sides, and Twitter was a battlefield of heated opinions.
This isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time
And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, Lieberman stirred the pot even more by appearing on The Stephen A. Smith Show. Without directly naming Swoops, she pretty much criticized her for not respecting Clark's achievements. Naturally, this only fueled the fire. The back and forth between these two WNBA legends has sparked endless debates online, with fans asking, is this about Clark, or is it just media hype blowing things out of proportion? Speaking of media, they've been loving every second of it. With every interview, comment, and tweet, outlets are quick to blow up the feud, framing it as yet another polarizing storyline in women's basketball. And guess what? It's working. fans are even more divided than before. Clark's response to the hate. Through all the noise, Caitlin Clark has kept her cool. After the WNBA playoffs, she took a stand, calling out the trolls who were spreading hate and reminding everyone that these aren't real fans. Clark emphasized the importance of focusing on the positives, the players, the fans who love the game, and the excitement around women's basketball.
It's definitely upsetting. I don't think nobody in our league should be facing any sort of racism, hurtful, disrespectful, hateful comments and threats. Those aren't fans, those are trolls.
Even her fellow players have stood by her, with Alyssa Thomas openly supporting Clark and calling out the toxic fan behavior. It's great to see the WNBA standing strong together, showing that hate has no place in the sport. Larger issues in sports culture. All right, let's talk about how Caitlin Clark's situation reflects some pretty big issues in sports culture. Racism and sexism are unfortunately not new in the world of women's sports. Caitlin Clark and her fellow players have had to deal with some seriously nasty stuff from fans. Like, we're talking racist and sexist comments that have no place anywhere. Clark has been clear that these aren't real fans. She calls them trolls who don't represent what her true fan base is about.
Everything. And they're like, we don't watch the rest of those players. They're garbage. We're only watching Caitlin. I'm like, bro, she's not the only person on the TV.
Right.
There's people on the TV.
Now, this isn't just about Clark or even the WNBA. The league is growing, which is awesome. But with that visibility comes some not so great attention too. WNBA players are using their platforms to call out this behavior, demanding better from fans and the league itself. Sue Bird and Alyssa Thomas have both spoken out, showing how the league is having to confront these issues head-on. It's tough, but addressing this stuff is crucial for moving forward. The league is growing, and with that growth, there's hope that more positive fan interactions will outweigh the negative. Thanks for watching. Caitlin Clark's journey is just beginning, and there's a lot to unpack. So what do you think? Is Caitlin Clark misunderstood, or is she attracting chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop with all things sports.